Have you ever wanted to sit down with musicians and pick their brains? Ask questions like, how did you get your start? What keeps you motivated to create and play? What do you do outside of music that inspires you? Or what advice do you have for aspiring musicians? If you want the answers to those questions from a plethora of musicians and other creatives, listen to the podcast Extra Musical, hosted by me, Stephen Philip Harvey. Every Monday, we sit down with a new musician to ask them these questions in an open-ended conversation, and you'd be surprised where it leads. Extra Musical airs on your preferred podcast provider.
Hi, I'm Daniel Peck, and welcome to Live at the Bop Stop. Both Sides of Joni is a reinterpretation of Joni Mitchell's music that was born as a collaboration between pianist Monika Herzig and vocalist Janice Jaffe. The project, produced as a collaborative in the summer of 2020 amidst the COVID epidemic, resulted in an album of Joni Mitchell standards arranged with a jazz twist. Shortly after the debut of the results of this project in Indianapolis in 2021, Janice Jaffe passed away unexpectedly, but New York-based vocalist Alexis Cole stepped in to help ensure the vision of this project reached fruition. This performance, one stop on a larger U.S. and European tour, features Monika Herzig on piano, Peter Canale on guitar, Cassius Goins on drums, Gina Schwarz on bass, and Alexis Cole on vocals. From a September 7th, 2023 performance, it's Monika Herzig and Alexis Cole performing Both Sides of Joni, live at the Bop Stop.
Oh, didn't it feel good? We were sitting there talking or lying I think I'm falling in love with you. Are you gonna let me go there by myself? That's such a lonely thing to do. Both of us flirting around, hurting too. And we love our loving, but not like we love our freedom. Rows and flows of angels' hair, and ice cream castles in the air, and feathered canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I could have done, but clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down. Still somehow it's clouds, illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. And Jews and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel is every I've looked at clouds that way, love that way. But now it's just another show. You leave them laughing when you go. And if you care, don't let it show. Don't give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions I recall. I really don't know love at all. To say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds. I've looked at life that way. But now old friends are acting strange. They shake their heads. They say I've changed. Well, something's lost, but something's gained in living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all. I don't know life. I don't know love. I don't know clouds at
Thank you.
Well, welcome to the Bob Stop. It's such a treat to be back here. The last time I was here was the last show before the pandemic. We have the great legacy of closing the place down, but now, but we're happy to be back, and it's a lot of Joni Mitchell's music. It's, yes, a tribute, but I would say it's even more. I mean, we took the music and her words and came up with new dressings, and I'll tell you more about it in a second. We'll do one more before we start with the story, which is My Old Man. And I know at least one person here who knows who my old man was. Who knows who Joni Mitchell's...
Peter.
Well, yeah, that's my old man, right? Yeah. No. Joni Mitchell's old man of the song. Quiz. Come on, you're not just supposed to sit there and enjoy. You have to think.
Yep, somebody said it. Graham Nash.
Bingo! It was Graham Nash. He was my old man and a singer in the park.
Yep. And we'd like to dedicate this song to the Bop Stops Graham, the one and only. He's so good at the sound, I asked him if he was married, but I think his wife is here in the audience. You're not a singer, are you? You are. That's so great. See, singers and sound men. That's the only thing better than singers and bassists being together. So wonderful, lucky you. He's a wonderful sound man. Keep him around. My old man, he's a singer in the park. He's a walker in the rain. He's a dancer in the dark. We don't need no piece of paper from the city hall, keeping us tight and true. No, my old man, keeping away my blues. He's my sunshine in the morning. He's my fireworks at the end of the day. He's the warmest chord I ever heard. Play that warm chord, play. We don't need no piece of paper from the city hall, keeping us tight and true. No, my old man, keeping away my blues. But when he's gone, me and them lonesome blues collide. The bed's too big, the frying pan's too wide. Then he comes home and he takes me in his loving arms, and he tells me all his troubles, and he tells me all my charms. We don't need no piece of paper from the city hall, keeping us tight and true. No, my old man, keeping away my blues. he's gone, me and the lonesome blues collide. The bed's too big, the frying pan's too wide. Then he comes home and he takes me in his loving arms, and he tells me all his troubles, then he tells me all my charms. We don't need a piece of paper from the city hall keeping us tight and true. No, my old man keeping away my blues. He's keeping my blues away every night and every day. He's keeping He's keeping my blues away every night and every day. He's keeping my blues away every night and every day. He's keeping my blues away every night and every day. We don't need no piece of paper from the city hall. We know who we are. We're in love, that's all we need. That's all we need. Keeping my blues away every night, every night, every night, and every day. Thank you.
Cole on the vocal. Alexis Cole on the vocals. And she will be right back, but I do need to tell you the story. Some of you, actually, there's two here that saw us Sunday in Frankfurt, Michigan. Yay! And I guess it's a good sign they came back, but you. But you know the story, but it is important we share that, why we came up with this album and how this came about. And so taking you back to the summer of 2020, so after we closed down the bop shop and returned home and sat there and thought, so now what? Because nobody knew. And one of my vocalist friends, which is also a fun coincidence because I had two great friends at IU during my year studying, and one is here, which is so cool. So anyway, the other one, Janiece, she came and called and said, hey, I listened to this album last night of that I took to Paris with me on an exchange program. And, you know, at the time, this was so important to me. And when I hear the words, I realize this is exactly the message we need right now to get out of a slump. These are words of hope and these are words of wisdom. And would you please help me come up with some versions? Because we heard the words, but we didn't listen. So let's find a way to make people listen. And so we got together every Monday night in the barn, and with lots of fresh air and masks. And we worked on the music, and obviously had a lot of time to work on the music, which paid off. And we premiered it in Indianapolis at the Jazz Kitchen. We recorded everything, and we had it all done last year in November. And had great tours planned all over the US and Europe. And Janiece said, well, hang on, before I go on tour with you, there's something wrong. I can't breathe when I go up the stairs, and that's not normal. Let me get checked out. And she found out that she needed heart surgery. And she had her surgery the day before Thanksgiving. And even though it was a 98% success rate, she was at 2%, and we lost her. It was very sad, and it was this very dear friend. And so we thought, what are we going to do now with this album that's now her legacy? And the kids said, would you please help us make sure our mom's legacy is heard and known? So we took on the job, and luckily, when I asked Alexis, do you know anybody who could do this? She said, oh, well, I love Joni Mitchell. Are you asking me? And I'm so honored that she came along and is just doing an amazing, amazing job. But we'll get Janiece also in a minute to sing with us. We're taking her along with the band every time we do the concert. And something I do often to cope with things, you write music and you pour your heart in it. And I like to take numbers and sequences of a person and then personalize something. So I did that for her. And I usually use the opportunity to demo it for somebody who would like to have their numbers in music on the spot. Because I never know which numbers I get and how it's going to come out. So who is it going to be tonight? If you give me your birth date, then you'll get your special improvisation. Good for you for reacting. So May 5, 28, 1942. Good one. So 5, 2, and 1 is the same as 8 because we only got 8 notes. 5, 2, 8, 19, 42. That's an interesting sequence.
You're listening to Both Sides of Joni, live at the Bop Stop.
Good one. Thank you for borrowing out your numbers. And it's for your memory only. It only happened once. Don't ask me to repeat it. So Janiece was born on June 9th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 9, 1958. So her birthday is 6, 9, 19. And she was a very spiritual, upbeat, happy, loving person. And when her kids asked her what she wishes for after the surgery, she said, I just want to dance again. So here's I Want to Dance Again. would love to now include and have Janiece sing with us, and she will. This is a track from the album, and we we decided, since it's a weeknight and probably we are going to turn into pumpkins if we go too late, to do one nice big set and have a good time. But before you go home, have a look. We have the album here, and we would love it if you take one of them home, and lots of other things. And it helps do this. We drove today from Bloomington, Indiana, and we'll keep going tomorrow to New York. Those are big stretches, and it takes a lot of gas. So anyway, but this is a sample, and this is our Janiece singing. So we'll have her do the recording, and then we'll join her, and I'm sure she's dancing along. Don't interrupt the song.
Serpent to that Ethiopian wall. And I'm a rising queen of queens. Wash my guilt of Eden, wash and balance me. And I'm a uprising in me tonight. She's a vengeful little goddess with an ancient crown to fight. Truth goes up in vapors, steeples lean, winds of change, patriarchs snug in your Bible Belt dream. God goes up a chimney like childhood Santa Claus, a good slave
leaving on the 115. You're darn right. Since I was 17, I've got no one over me. He says, and I'm a rising. So what? Petrified wood processed whole timber down to raw. Don't interrupt the sorrow. You're darn right. He says, we walked on the moon. Now you be polite. Don't let up the sorrow. Death and birth and death and birth and death and birth. He says, bring me round that bottle and I'll pad your purse. I got a head full of quandary and a mighty, mighty, mighty thirst. 17 glasses, rye and wine, milk of the Madonna, clandestine. Don't let up the sorrow, he lies and he cheats. It takes a heart like Mary's these days when your man gets weak. It takes a heart like Mary's these days when your man gets weak. It takes a heart like Mary's these days when your man gets Thank you. Cassius Goins.
Well, thank you for coming with us on the Joni journey. And Joni's words take you in many places. They take you to ups and downs and both sides and very deep. And we'll take you deep for a minute. It's the time of the year, the hissing of summer lawns, where in theory that's something beautiful, but when you're stuck in a house with diamond-studded swimming pools, but you can't get out, then it's a problem. And all the beautiful stuff doesn't help you if you don't have your freedom. And then we'll take you, I think, to Chelsea.
New York City.
To New York City. And then we'll keep going and think about the circle of life and end up in Woodstock.
And then we'll go upstate.
We'll go upstate. Come on for the journey from California to Woodstock.
He bought her a diamond for her throat. He put her in a ranch house on the hill. She could see the valley barbecues from her windowsill. See the blue pools and the spitting sun. Hear the hissing of summer lawns. He put up barbed wire fence to keep out the unknown. And on every metal thorn, just a little blood of his own. She patrols that fence of his to a Latin drum and the hissing of summer lawns. Darkness, darkness. I wonder what makes it easy with a joyful mass. Darkness, no color, no contrast. carrying a cup and cane, looking through the double glass looking at too much pride and too much shame. There's a black fly buzzing, there's a heat wave burning, and the master's voice hissing a summer lawn. He gave her his darkness to regret, and good reason to quit her. He gave her a room full of Chippendale that nobody sits in. Still she stays with a love of some sort. It's a lady's choice. It's in a summer lawn. Thank you so much. Now, most of this material was written by Monika, was written by Joni Mitchell, but the arrangements were written by, what's that? I wish I would have. Yes. Yes. But they were arranged by Monika for the album. And so when we went on tour together, when we came together on tour, we decided to add a few songs, and Monika asked me what I would like to play, and I actually moved to Manhattan recently. I had lived there before, but it's been a while, and I applied for artist housing at a wonderful historic building called Westbeth about 18 years ago, and I finally got in. I had to resubmit my paperwork every year, #persistence, and and now I live in subsidized artist housing, which is a major miracle in the West Village. And so I've been thinking about this song a lot, which is Joni Mitchell's wonderful song, Chelsea Morning. And I asked, because it's taken from the time when Joni was living in Chelsea, which is a wonderful, not in England, but right there in New York City, just a few blocks north of me. So it's really, thanks for arranging this for us, Monika. It's super fun. This is the Boogie Woogie song. So, if you're dancers, I don't know. It has some odd meters. You might not want to do it. Don't do it. Dance at your table. Dance to yourselves.
This is when the keyboardist is trying to be in the front lines.
Yeah.
So you can see the front.
That's right. It's Monika. Hey, guys. Good to see you, Monika. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning. First thing that I heard was a song outside my window, and the traffic wrote the words. It came ringing up like Christmas bells, wrapping up like pipes and drums. Won't you stay? We'll put on the day, and we'll wear it till the night comes. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning. First thing that I saw was the sun outside my window and a rainbow on my wall, with red, green, and gold to welcome you, crimson crystal beads to beckon. Won't you stay? We'll put on the day. There's a sun show every second. Now the curtain opens on the portrait of today, and the streets are paved with passers-by, and pigeons fly and papers lie waiting to blow away. it was a Chelsea morning. First thing that I knew, there was milk and toast and honey and a bowl of oranges too. And the sun poured in like butterscotch and stuck to all my senses. Won't you stay? We'll put on the day and we'll talk in present tenses. Now the curtain closes and the rainbow runs away. I will bring you incense owls by night, by candlelight, by jewel light. If only you will stay. Pretty baby, won't you wake up? It's a Chelsea morning. Monika Herzig. Yes. All right. So this next song is the Circle Game. And I'd like to actually dedicate this to my boyfriend, Paul, who is watching the live stream. He is visiting his mother, who's in Bend, Oregon. She just moved to a memory care facility. She's 89 years old, and even though she just had to move, she had a lot of anxiety about moving. She's doing great, and now her son is there, her only son. She has a lot of daughters and only one son. And this song, so Paul, I don't know where the live stream is, but I heard it's really good, by the way. Great job, Bob Stop. Yes, people on Facebook said the live stream's great. But and his children are there too. He has his children there, one of whom just finally moved out of the house, and his mother in the memory care, and he's a middle-aged man, and it's just this is how we go. And one of my favorite lyrics in this song is about how by the age of 20, the boy's dreams have lost some grandeur coming true. And actually, Joni was inspired to write that lyric by a poem that she read, and it was about young men's dreams being dashed. And so hopefully the line is, there'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams and plenty, before the last revolving year is through. And I hope that none of us ever stop dreaming. We're all in this room a little bit older than 20. So I hope that you're past that phase, and that now you see that for the rest of your life we'll all be dreaming. Here is Joni Mitchell's Circle Game. Yesterday a child came out to wonder, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful, Tell them, take your time, it won't be long now, before you drag your feet to slow the circles down. And the seasons, they go round and round, the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. Schwartz. "16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town. And they tell him, take your time, it won't be long now, for you drag your feet to slow the circles down. Years spin by and now the boy is 20, though his dreams have lost some grandeur coming true. There'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams and plenty, before the last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round, the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. And go round and 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 round, round and round and round in the circle game. So speaking of family, I recently found out that both my parents went to Woodstock. My father had never told me. They weren't together then. But I always heard my mother's horror story about Woodstock, which of course only my mother would have a horror story about Woodstock. Everybody loved Woodstock. But she said they didn't have water and they had no food, and so they left. It was raining and they just left. She made her boyfriend leave. And my father, he told me this story recently, he couldn't afford a ticket. And so he went early and he got a job flipping burgers for a vendor. And then, of course, as you know, everybody got in for free. But he's like, but I still worked for him because, you know, I said I would. And then even a few days later, it was too much with the rain even for him too. And he left and he didn't get paid. And he's like, but it was okay because the guy was giving away the burgers for free. So these are my parents. And he's like, and I got to see some of the bands from really far away and it was great. So this is where I came from. Millions of people had a great time at Woodstock. My parents are the only ones. Glass half empty, glass half full. But we hope that you'll take away lots of great messages from this night's repertoire of Joni Mitchell's powerful and wonderful music. But this message is my favorite of all, which is just to remind you that you are stardust. You are golden. You are million-year-old carbon. And we've got to get ourselves back to the garden.
I came upon a child of God walking along the road, and I asked him, where you going? And this he told me. He said, I'm going on down to Gasker's farm to join in a rock and roll band. I'm gonna camp out on the land and get my soul free. We are stardust, we're golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. I've come to lose the smog, and I feel like I'm a cog in something turning. And well, maybe it is just the time of year, but maybe it's the time of man. I don't know who I am, but life is for learning. We are stardust, we're golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden.
1,000,000 strong, and everywhere was song and celebration. And I dreamed I saw the bombers riding shotgun in the sky. They were turning into butterflies above our nation. We are stardust, we're golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. We're stardust, million-year-old carbon. We're golden, caught up in the devil's bargain, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Thank you so much. Let's hear it for this great band. Peter Keenley on the guitar. Cassius Goins on the drums. Gina Schwartz on the bass. My name's Alexis Cole, vocals. And our fearless leader, she booked this tour, she wrote all the music, she made all the phone calls, she made it happen, and then she dresses up and plays the piano. Let's hear it for the one and only Monika Herzig. We are stardust, golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. We are stardust, million-year-old carbon, golden, caught up in the devil's bargain, and we got to get ourselves back to the garden. Thank you. Monika Herzig, both sides of Joni.
Live at the Bop Stop is made possible by the Music Settlement, serving Northeast Ohio by offering music instruction, music therapy, and early childhood education since 1912. The Music Settlement's mission is to welcome all to our music and arts community to learn, create, inspire, and heal. This program is recorded at the Robert Conrad Studios at the Bop Stop in Cleveland, Ohio. Additional production at the Bop Stop is provided by Graham Rosen. Technical editing for the program is provided by Dr. Pete Negley, Sean Gilbert, and Darren Thompson through Gilazar Media. The executive producer and writer is Daniel Peck, with additional consulting production on behalf of the Music Settlement by Brian Kennard. For extended versions of all of our shows, our Live at the Bop Stop podcast can be found on your favorite podcast app or visit our website at www.themusicsettlement.org and click on the Live at the Bop Stop radio show link. To reach out directly, email liveatthebopstop@gmail.com. I'm Daniel Peck. Join me again next time, Live at the Bop Stop.